Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. Good evening. Okay. So today we are going to talk about what is digital equity. What is digital equity? And when you say the equity, again the information comes as the equality. What is digital equity is, as Dr. Tom said, there are a lot of technology changes compared to last generation and this generation. How we are interacting with the people, how we are dealing with our life, how we are dealing with our kids, how we are dealing our life, it's complete change. If you ask your parents, if you ask our grandparents, how they are telling, it's all look like stories. How many of you written letters? And how many of you written a lost paper letter to someone? Can you remember? When? Long time back.
Yes.
Very long, right? So the things are changed.
Yes.
But all this change, we need to accommodate, right? So the change is not only technology moves, it is like only the technology moves here, people are moving here. So we need to carry entire people along with you, along with the technology as a mass movement. So this is what called progress. Are we doing that? No, the technology always, sometimes it's giving the opportunity for the people who are opportunists. So some people we are leaving behind. I have a technology, I have opportunity, I'm learning. So I'm going to talk about those kind of stuff. What are the differences and how we can, bring that gap. If you look at some of the facts in United States also, all around the globe, if you look at the United States, it's a maximum accomplished country. You have a 90% of the people internet connected. That is, I'm talking about the facts. Out of the 90% of internet connectivity, if you look at 3/4 of people, they are fully good connected, and if you look at the 1/4, they get disconnected because of non-payment, because of for some reason their internet connectivity is not there. So without the internet connectivity, today you cannot do anything in real life, because everything is app, everything is like electronic based. So you cannot do that. And if you look at the another part, like 1/5 of the people, they really kind of suffer no connectivity or underconnectivity. So these are all some of the facts which we have in front of us. So what is US government is doing? So US government is from 1965, they really take a lot of effort. Like bringing the people with a good education, they come up with a lot of initiatives from the state-wide and central-wise. And if you look at from the county-wise, and there are pockets here and there, there are different kind of initiatives which just keep on coming. But what is the problem we are seeing is, again, it's like integrating everything in a common platform. For example, what is the benefit you are getting for one particular school? Are you getting the same kind of a benefit for all other schools? So that matching, that is not happening. So how are we going to bring that into picture? For example, we have a Federal Communication Commission, so which they are, as a country, they are focusing on how are we going to bring up the technology. For example, internet availability on a particular bandwidth. So that is happening. That is actually kind of, completed. All the schools are having the required bandwidth. So now the situation comes, what happens after the school? When the kid is coming out of the school, how are they going to get connected with the internet or get connected with the technological world? So you need to have the internet and the technology not only on the school, at the home also. That is like a 24/7 service. Like you need to have the learnability 24/7. In order to live, like especially in Chicago, if you want to have a peaceful life, you cannot have the internet interrupt or you cannot have the electricity interrupt. We all know winter is getting started.
Yes.
Assume our life without electricity for 2 days. It's going to be difficult, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
WhatsApp is going.
What's happening even for 1 hour? it is going to be really difficult. Right? So what I'm trying to consolidate is some of the features, like some of the thoughts which can bring and lead this towards the solution. One is like, across the internet, across the country, across the world, I would say, it's like an affordable, acceptable internet. What is the affordable and acceptable internet? I want to have a single plan from all the ISP. ISP means Internet Service Providers all around the world. So they have to commit for a particular amount of a price. Let us say $20 per month. It will give you this much speed of internet for anybody. Because the inventor is, I know what is the invention, discovery which goes in your mind. So these are all some of the requirements might triggered him to invent the broadband, right? So that is one. And then creating a public technology support training. What does mean by technology training? You need to have a group of people, for example, number of based on the population, number of people around, you need to create a center. That center can help people to learn about the technology. So if you look at the strategy, like if you look at the statistics also, statistics says 75% of the adults are helping their kids to do the homework, understanding the new technology. But 50% of the kids are helping the adults. Because 50% of the adults, they don't know and what to do and how to do, their kids are helping them to do. So this is facts. We are getting a lot of surveys and it is getting posted on day by day. And what is mean by a gadgets recycling? In every society, if you look at, there are one set of people always, I want to go for my latest. I have an Apple 6, I want to go for Apple 7. Oh, Apple 8 is introduced? No, I'm not going to use Apple 6. I want to change. But at the same time, in the same society, there are people who cannot afford enough. So they want to, I want to have at least a phone or a gadget which I can use. So this balance needs to be clear. Right. So you create a mechanism as a society, as a government, like, where people can give a giveaway of their, old gadgets, or I can sell my gadgets for a very low price. So in this center, what is the speciality? Why I am bringing the government and policy into this picture is, this center, whatever the gadgets which is coming, it will kind of, make it as a workable and it will turn it to the people. And consolidate guide of technology. Today, a lot of technologies around in the world, but everything is free, but people don't know where to use and how to use. So you create a kind of a technology roadmap, and where someone is coming to the new technology world, he can go where to go and how to get what he wants. So the sequence of, it's called, I call it as a technology knowledge map. You create a technology knowledge map, everyone can navigate using the help of that map. That should be available for free of cost. And one more interesting thing, let's take one poor person, very low income family. He struggled, he went to the society, he found one gadget, he got the kind of laptop or I would say iPad or something to use. And he found, go to the internet service provider. Luckily, government has heard our policy. They are offering generic internet policy, very low price. He got the low price, he got the gadgets. When he goes into internet, he types, he wants to teach something to his kid. His kid is asking, hey, Dad, can you teach me this? And he's putting to the website and he's saying, yeah, I'm giving all the solutions to your kid. I will make your kid as a super kid. But the moment he goes to his website, he says, okay, I'm offering you trial package for a 1 week. Or I'm offering you a trial package for a 6 months. After that, please give me your credit card. So I want to make you pay. So this is what happening. Any company per se. In the world, you go to any company, this is how our marketing, this is how our businesses keep moving. So what I'm saying is, as a government, you come up with a policy that any company comes with any new product or anything, the core component, it has to be free forever. And I'm not asking you to give everything for free because you are here to make a business. Well, you make a business. But give a core product. Let us take, like you have a word processor. I'm going to create a new word processor. Like, Dr. Shiva word processor. When I come with a new word processor that has an extreme facility, like, anybody can put your earphone and you can keep talking whatever the document you want to say, and it is going to type and it is going to send and give it to you in all the different kinds of,
when is that coming?
Yeah, it's available already. It's not a big deal. The technology, but it is available. So, for this, you no need to ask any money. It has to be available for free. But if I am asking, the same should be available with the multicolor, multi-feature. I want to have 10 different ladies' voice, gents' voice or a child voice, all this facility which I want to have the features. Then you ask me money. I am willing to pay. So the basic thing should be free, and the facilitating extra thing should be cost. So that is what kind of fair way of treating people. So then only the technology will reach everyone in the world. So when any vendor or anybody who comes with a new technology or a license, it is as a government. If you want to run your software in my country, or if you want my people to use for it, you need to come with a core model has to be free. That has to be limited. I'm not expecting it has to be a high class car. At least I want to have 4-wheel and it has a steering. It has to be moving forward. And I'm seeing that there are a lot of schools. I'm seeing really there are good schools with a good technology, and they are really highly sophisticated. And I'm seeing another school, they are not following all the technology. They are okay kind of technology. And when my son is studying in this school which has a very low kind of a profile and they don't have much of a technology, he is talking to his friend who is in a different state, and he's saying, yeah, I'm using this technology, I'm using this software, are you using that? No, I'm not using. So how can I solve this? Well, the childs are not like us. They always want to share the knowledge. Hey, you go to this website, you log in, this is what username. When you go to username, but this child is not having the username and access to get into that website. So my kind request to everybody, even for educationists, if you are building an online or a website based technology for a one particular school, please make that available for the rest of the schools also. So this will balance it. So as a technology, I'm going to finish my talk. As a consolidation, one thing is availability of gadgets, any kind of gadgets. So don't make use of the gadgets 100%. Full. Don't just throw any gadgets. If you have a gadget, unused, try to give it to somebody who is in the need. Number 2, always, go back to the government, ask for the government, motivate the government to give us a very low priced internet for everybody, irrespective of a country, religion, race, location, urban, village, no limitations. It has to be given. So number 3, everything, a software license, the licensing mechanism. Today, if you look at everything is a commercial license, something is a freeware. The license, even though it is a commercial, some portion, the core portion has to be free, so that everybody will start using it. So this is one of the key factors. And it's not just being fair as an equal opportunity. So it is like, giving as a equality. So what is the equity and equality? Equality is something you give, somebody has a very lower knowledge, you give them a higher privilege and more support for them to match, so that they also will excel. So our job, our responsibility to make sure that our future leaders are accomplishing what they want. So with this, I close my talk. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for listening.
Thank you so much, Siva and Tom. It was wonderful to get all this information, and thank you everybody on behalf of METF. We really thank you for coming here and spending all the time with us. It was great information. I myself I was not supposed to be coming, but I decided in the last moment I will go, and I made a good choice that I came. There was so much information about real life and real situations these are real things that are happening. And thank you so much. On behalf of all of us, I sign off, and I guess Pastor has something to say.